let us take a look and see what we're running currently for enhancements. So, of all the ones that are possible, this is what I'm currently running. And let me see if I can kind of make sense of this. There are powers that I skipped mostly because I didn't see the benefit versus what I'd be using it for. So, in this build, and granted, I am not a great min-maxer. I am not. I just picked something I wanted a certain style of and stuck with it. I ended up skipping suppressive fire. It's a stun, minor amount of damage, and what I was thinking when I had it was I don't care so much about the stun. I would rather be able to kill them. So in most cases, my damage mitigation consists of more damage. If I can actually knock them down or make them not alive, they can't damage me. The other one I didn't take in my primary, my dual pistols, is piercing rounds. It was a very narrow cone and hard to line up. And you can only do up to 3 enemies. Really good damage, but given the recharge, it was a long recharge. It was a difficult cone to maneuver. It just didn't seem like it worked out very well for me. I only skipped one power in secondary, and that is throw sand. And that's another daze. I figure if I'm in my rotation, I would rather, again, just do damage. So that's about it. Now, the ones I think that are most important for me, definitely reaction time. Reaction time is huge. Very, very huge. It does a minus move. It does a plus recovery. It slows down full recharge. Right? So I don't know if you guys have been catching it, but the way that I've been playing this is I end up doing burst of speed, which is kind of a combat teleport. Teleports me into a group. And then when I'm in that group, I end up doing point-blank area effect attacks and potentially also hail of bullet. Well, not hail of bullets, I'm sorry. Bullet rain. Depends on my timers. So that is my plan for this. Then I also went fairly heavy into additional powers on the side. So kind of the standard, I did the fighting pool, added tough. Obviously, I'm not really sucking it out very well here. Did weave, did scorpion shield. I was looking to go more defense based rather than resist based because it's slightly easier to get defense than it is to max out your resist against things. So I have maneuvers, but I can't really afford to run a whole lot because I'm still not really well set up regarding my use of endurance or stamina. Let me see if I can pop up where I want to go with this. We will add a source. And it will be a, what are we adding? It's not that. It's not that. Is it a window capture? Let's go window capture. Okay. Add source. Add new source. And let's see if I can pop mids up here. Window, Pocket D, Streamlabs, mids. All right. So let me see if I can't make this make sense. All right. So here's my mids. This is where I want to go with it. All right. Let me see if I can't kind of overexpand it here. There we go. So this is where I want to go with the build ultimately. Some of it's not set up exactly correctly. Like, we have. Double check to make sure you guys can see this. Looks like you can. All right. So, a couple things I have wrong regarding my build currently, and one of them is that obviously I'm not running sets for most of my primaries. I guess I'm about half and half, and I did do superior for both of these, so I'm actually kind of up to speed on these. I've only got one really correct set for this. I should have been going with attuned, and I did not. I'm also going to rethink this reaction time thing, because it looks to me like it maxes out at 30, and there's got to be better options. So I'll look into that a bit more. Burst of speed, I'm going to stay with obliteration. I don't know that there's a higher thing than obliteration. Is there superior obliteration? Not really sure. But I'm hoping that as I actually level up with and get rid of the various different, IOs, that my set bonuses will make it so that I'm much more able to sustain damage and do a increased global recharge. That's the plan. All right, let me see if I can turn mids off here. Here we go. And we'll get that back on the screen. There we go. Somehow I managed to drag that sucker off the screen, but we should be set up again. All right, so that's it. Problem I have is almost all of these things are going to be very, very expensive. My executioner shot, I think we're looking at Superior Winter's Bite. So Superior Winter's Bite's going to be about 20 to 20 million per. Actually, that's not even true. Winter's Bite's going to be 20 to 22 million, and then I'm going to have to do the upgrades in order to make them superior. But that gives me endurance recovery, resistance to fire and cold, resist effect. It's not the best one for me to try to do right now. Storm Kick has got superior blistering cold, which is going to be endurance recovery, resistance, defense smashing lethal, defense and melee, and defense fire cold, and a bit of defense cold. I'm sorry, defense for AoE. So all of these are going to ultimately end up getting me closer and closer towards the soft cap for defenses. Don't know that I'm going to get there. Haven't planned it out that well. And like I said, I think that reaction time is going to end up changing in some way. Because reaction time what is reaction time? Let me see what else I can put into reaction time. Set. Reaction time set. I can put in regenerative tissue. See, I'm more interested in the slow. Elizabeth, thank you for the follow. So we're looking at regenerative tissue is a possibility. We've got curtail speed. We've got impeded swiftness. What are we running for it right now? We're running impeded swiftness right now. It's not the best. So back to sets. Over to slow. We've got tempered readiness. We've got pacing of the turtle. How does that look? Defense ranged. It's got a possibility. Maybe pacing of the turtle. We've also got Ice Mistral's Torment, which is added advancements, more accuracy, resist slow, resist recharge slow, enhancement recharge time. It could be handy. could be handy. Anyhow, I'm not locked into what I'm currently running here. The bonuses maybe not just aren't worth it. And this is gonna be one of the ones that I'm gonna come back to probably at the very end, whenever that end ends up being. So anyhow, enough of that. But I'd like to actually snip this, and I will, and I will forward that to the person saying, which powers do you want to avoid and which powers do you want to take? Honestly, it just depends on your playing style. The way I play this is, and I can probably do it here, I have keybinds so that I can actually teleport to the target and do my area effect attack, right? So I can pop there, then I can do this attack, and if they're still alive, I can actually do my judgment, or I can do bullet rain, or if I want to, I can still do dragon's tail. So the idea behind it is I pop in, I do damage.